Hey guys, PokéDan here. Have you ever heard the saying that all good things come in free? Well, I personally think it's a good saying to go by, and that it's not wrong either. I mean, there's Harry, Ron and Hermione, the Powerpuff Girls, Ed, Ed and Eddie, and much more examples. I also think that this saying can apply to the Pokemon franchise as well. Sure, there aren't hundreds of trios in Pokemon, but there are trios that exist that are just truly iconic. So today, you guys join me to count down the top 5 iconic trios in Pokemon. Remember guys, that this video is all in my opinion, so feel free to let me know in the comments what trios you think are icons from the Pokemon franchise. But with all that being said, let's get started. Coming in at the number 5 spot on this list are Team Mystic, Valor and Instinct from Pokemon Go. It's almost been a year now since Pokemon Go was first released, and a year since the world fell in love with catching Pokemon in real life too. Part of the game of Pokemon Go is to challenge Pokemon gyms, and gyms can be controlled by different teams, being Team Mystic, Valor and Team Instinct. Each team in Pokemon Go is represented by one of the legendary birds. Articuno represents Mystic, Zapdos for Instinct, and of course Moltres for Valor. Back when everyone was heavily into Pokemon Go last year, I still remember how each of the teams would have digs at each other. It was friendly rivalry at its best, and it was fun to get involved with too. Personally, although I don't play Pokemon Go as much anymore, I'm Team Mystic. Pokemon Go and the teams involved with the game are just truly iconic and well known, so I had to mention them on this list. Coming in at the next spot on the list are icons from the Pokemon anime. It's Team Rocket, also known as Jessie, James and Meowth. In the original Pokemon anime, Team Rocket's goals were to capture Ash's Pikachu, and although they never really accomplished this goal, throughout the years and many different regions they've appeared in, Team Rocket have given laughs and hours of enjoyment to Pokemon fans of all ages. Jessie, James and Meowth all have different personalities and backgrounds that really make for an awesome and funny team. Although Jessie, James and Meowth are a laughingstock to the other members of Team Rocket, we the fans adore them. Fair to say, this trio is so iconic when it comes to the Pokemon franchise, so for that they just deserve to make it on this list. Up next on the list is every legendary trio of Pokemon that's ever existed. The main goal or story of each mainstream Pokemon game involves these trios. Usually the player in each of these games has the mission of stopping an evil team from capturing a certain legendary. And also, I'm not only talking about the legendary trios from the box art or the main story of the games either. I also mean trios like the legendary beasts or the Sword of Justice. Legendary Pokemon are usually the strongest of all Pokemon, and they're just a main piece to the Pokemon franchise. If there were no legendary Pokemon, I'm certain the Pokemon wouldn't be what it is today. Legendaries, including those well known for being in a legendary trio, are iconic to the Pokemon franchise, and I had to give them a spot on this list. The Pokemon anime has been going strong since its debut in 1997. It has come a long way since its first episode, and fair to say that so much has been added to the anime throughout the years. Better graphics, new voice actors and characters, and there's just so much that's changed. But one thing that will always stay the same is where it all started. The first season of the Pokemon anime followed the adventures of Ash, Brock and Misty, a group of friends with different goals in life who all love Pokemon. Even though I wasn't even born when the Kanto anime was first released, it was still the first season of the Pokemon anime that I watched, and that can be said for a lot of people too. So the number 2 spot goes to Ash, Brock and Misty, because without them the Pokemon anime for sure wouldn't be what it is today. These characters are so huge in the Pokemon franchise, and for that they had to make it to a high spot on this list. And the number 1 spot on this list goes to a number of Pokemon who, like every entry on this list, come in threes. It's all the starter Pokemon trios. In over 20 years of Pokemon's existence, there have been 7 different regions, and each Pokemon region has its own starter trio. One of the starters will be your partner for each respective game, and for most of us, we'll always remember our starter Pokemon. The starter trios are all just super iconic, especially the first starter trio of Charmander, Bulbasaur and Squirtle. Being the first of many starter Pokemon trios to come, this trio will always be remembered. After Kanto, we got the Johto starters, then Hoenn, and many more. Starter Pokemon are just awesome and absolutely crucial to the games, and for that reason alone, the starter trios had to be the number 1 spot on this list. But anyway guys, that's pretty much it for this video, so if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Also, feel free to let me know in the comments what other trios in Pokemon you think are cool. But with all that being said, for now, I've been PokéDan, you've been amazing, and I'll see you guys next time.